Hello and welcome back to another edition of Girls Talk 9.0. I'm Whaley Hollow. With me is Sunchild. We have Fly Girl and Baldy. All right, so today we're going to talk about the 2023 movie, The Nun II. This is the sequel to the 2018 movie, The Nun, where we find a young girl who becomes a nun, Sister Irene, who is summoned to, I don't know, ward off if that's the right word, but to deal with a demon. This was in Romania in 1952. And then 4 years later, the 1956, we come to the 2023 version of The Nun II, where again they summon Sister Irene to come and hopefully put an end to this demon. I think it was called Valak or something, Valak. And then we just go through her experience with this demon. And so I'm gonna, maybe Sunchild, you want to start this time?
Sure, I'll start. I loved it. I love, I love the whole Conjuring, um, I can't say trilogy because how many a series. Um, I love the first Nun, and I like this. I was terrified of Nun. I was terrified with the first one, and I was terrified times two with Nun two. The CGI was incredible. I felt like the darkness of it, like usually I'm like, what's happening here? I just didn't feel that. I felt like they had enough lightness that I can see, but yet it was still dark where it was scary. Um, I kind of felt like Maurice, he was the, see, the attendant, the house, the keeper, the groundskeeper, I guess. I don't know what title I would give him. I kind of felt like weird that they would have a male in that role in a young girls boarding school, but it wasn't surprising that he would be the one that would be carrying the demon, hosting the demon, I guess they call it. I loved it. I was terrified the whole entire time. That room, I was like, don't go in there, don't go back there. The girls, the mean girl aspect, I thought was like great because I felt like it was easy to feel like they would probably be playing tricks on you. They would, I feel like oh God, what was the young girl's name? I'm awful with names.
Sophie?
Sophie. Okay. I feel like it would be easy for Sophie to, want to be in the in crowd and go along with them, and that things that were happening, she would not trust her own instincts about the evil forces, but think that they were really playing mean girl tricks on her because they were mean girls. So I loved, again, just the dynamics of all of that. I did love that Maurice was attractive, and I feel like they kind of had like that,
The devil's candy again, right?
devil's candy. The devil's candy again. Yeah, he was attractive, and they, wanting to save him, wanting to be in his presence, and having that like temptation there a little bit. His kind of like obsession. I don't know if I want to call it obsession, but his maybe he was protective over Sophie initially. Like I felt like it was some of it was the evil entity and some of it was him. So I don't know. But as like a parent or a guardian, I probably would not be like, so like go play with Maurice, let Maurice take you. I don't know if I would do that if she was a teenage girl, but just like side note from that. The rest of it I felt like was really they they popped up like the spookiest, scariest things at times where you didn't expect it to happen. And I was like, oh, I mean, like I was literally jumping out of my chair every 5 seconds. I mean, I live for moments like that. I really do. So I try to like be, relaxed and not anticipate because I love that, like, oh my God. But there were several aspects of the movie that absolutely I did not expect something scary to, like just the face of the nun in the wall, like even the magazines when they started going bananas, I felt like was such a good how they did it. I think the CGI was amazing. I loved the acting. I thought the acting was good. I believed all of it. I fell for all of it. I loved it. Thumbs up from me. I'll say 5 of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I loved it.
I would concur with everything. I thought the acting was really good. I like that girl who played
Irene.
yeah, the
Deborah?
main character.
Oh,
Um,
Irene, Sister Irene. Yeah.
yes, and her sister, is the one from The
Yes, I
Conjuring.
just found that out.
Oh
From
yeah, and
what?
I love her sister to
Her
death. I loved her
sister.
sister since
Is
The
who?
Departed. She
No.
plays Lorraine in the Conjuring series. She's the
Right,
wife in the Conjuring
Oh,
series.
right.
okay.
Yeah, and so and I said she was in The Departed probably 20 some years ago, and I loved her then. So I love her. I love her sister. I think they're amazing actresses. I think I like the Nun one, but the Nun was the least scary part of it. Like the other things were scary, like the things
Oh,
that happened around the Nun, but the Nun itself kind of didn't have the same presence as it does in the Nun 2.
Hmm.
So I felt like the nun aspect was elevated. And then I'm also like goats and shit like that always scares me. So goats with red eyes and demonic, that's always like, yep, I'm scared. So I thought the scares, I thought it had like some more scares. I thought it was more effective that way. Um trying to think of what else. It was a good movie. It was really a good movie. Trying to think of what else there is to say about it. The acting was amazing. I agree. The special effects were really good. I like that the nun in it was more terrifying than in the last one.
yeah.
Um, I don't know. What else is there to say about it? I mean, I feel like you literally summed it up. It was a good movie. I can't give it a 5 out of 5 because I want to reserve 5 out of 5 for something. I'm gonna give it a four, 4 out of 5, just to give room for the one movie that's gonna come along and be a 5 out of 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving a little room, that's all.
Yeah, yeah, that's good.
But I really had no complaints about it. None.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Highly recommend.
Yeah. I think James Wan, who has been the consistent person throughout all the Conjuring, he was the producer, I think, director of the first one, and he was, I think, the producer. I don't know if was he the director on this one? Does anybody know? He
Michael
was not.
Chavez on this one, and I think Corin Hardy was the director on the first one.
Oh,
Okay, so Juan must have been just the producer throughout all of them.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Um, yeah, so I think he's the producer, but he's just brought fear back into scary movies.
Mhm.
Like to me, he's gone old school. He's gone back to the creepy, you know, atmospheric type of movies that terrified me. Yeah, he was the producer on this one too. He just brings me back to those kind of terrifying movies, and I just think he does an amazing job. Um, he did see, I'm looking up his bio right now. He did Megan, which I don't know if that was how scary that was. That wasn't scary, but
it wasn't really scary. It was good,
no.
but it wasn't scary.
But he did like Insidious, Salem's Lot,
Mm, okay.
Malignant, The Conjuring,
Wow,
um,
he's did quite a bit.
Annabelle Comes Home.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. The Nun. He did the first Nun. He did all the Insidiouses. He's done Jigsaw. Annabelle Creation is one of my favorites. He did Lights Out. He did The Conjuring 2. He's done so many of
Yeah.
them. I think he's really good. And I mean he's done a lot of the Saws, which I hate the Saw movies, but I just think I don't know, he's good at horror. He's just really good at it. So when I see his name, he's one of those names that if I see it, I'm willing to give it a chance
Mm,
because I'll assume it's at least decent.
right. Agreed. Agreed.
What was his name again?
James Wan.
James Bond.
Yeah, I liked it.
Anything else, Paul here?
No, not really.
Okay. Um, so I probably didn't like it as much as you guys did.
Mm,
Honestly, I liked the first one better. And because I think it was simpler, I felt like there was so much in this one. There was just, and don't get me wrong, I thought the acting was great. I thought the beginning was better than the ending. I thought there was just too much going on in the ending. Like you had the chase, and then you had the burning, nun, and then you had it just seemed like it was all over the place. You got the girls running over here, and you got Sophie being chased by Maurice, and you got, the mom digging a hole. I just felt like there was so much going on at the back end that I was like, okay, I get it. I get it. We're
That's a
trying to
fair
kill
point.
this
That's
nun,
a
but
fair point.
there was
Yeah.
just too much going on in the back for me. I like it when it's simpler because it leaves a lot to the imagination. I felt like for this, they covered everything. Like I couldn't even think about anything. Like they said, oh, the rosaries. Yeah, we saw that in a picture. Like I didn't even have the opportunity to say, "What if I saw the rosary?" Nope, saw the rosaries in the picture. Like they put everything together. So I felt like it was like a mystery. I don't know. I just didn't like it nearly as much as the first one, but I did like the CGI when they had that guy or whatever it was running in the back at the end chasing them. And why did they wait to the very end to show that? Like you saw him twice at the very, very end. But anyway, so I mean, I thought it was good. Like I said, I thought it was good. The other thing that kind of made me think is like the first one is in Romania, right? And this spirit was trying to get back to Romania. No one had a Romanian accent, not one person. Everybody either had an Italian or French accent or English. And so they were in France, but most of the people didn't even have a French accent. So I was like, I don't know. I was just trying to say, okay, is that possible? I mean, obviously it's possible, but why wouldn't they have more people with a French accent in the Covenant? I don't know. I was just trying to say, like, I don't know. I just kept trying to make it all work together, and it wasn't really working like that for me. And then I thought about Deborah's story, and I love Deborah. I thought she was cute. She was really good. She was like, I mean, she was from Mississippi. So I'm thinking, okay, would someone ship their daughter from Mississippi to France to go to school? Maybe. I don't know. It just seemed like it was out there, but maybe.
You say that because
Help
that was my
me.
reaction in the first Nun when it was in Romania. It was an Italian priest who went, and then they
Right.
picked this random girl who had just shown up at the monastery to go with him. And it
Because she
felt
had visions. That's why they chose her,
Visions,
because
yeah.
she had that ability
so-called
to see
visions,
things. Colin, huh?
so-called visions, right? But the
Correct.
priest that she's got connected with had no knowledge of her or any of her background. And then they get there and remember that the guy helping them, the eye candy
Yeah,
in that
Maurice. Yeah,
yeah,
was
wasn't
French.
yeah, exactly. So I was thinking that was the way it was in the first movie. It was like,
Right.
why are we in Romania when ain't a Romanian in this whole
That's
movie?
what I said. But at least there were only three characters. In Nun II, there
Yes,
were 50
and that's
characters and no one. So I was
that's a
like,
good
okay.
point.
I'm like,
I
you're
did
really
like the small
asking me to
cast.
stretch. Yeah,
Yes, I did
yeah,
too. And I
yeah.
hate that, but that happens. That's what happens with all the part twos. That's what happened with the Descent part two. They
Yeah.
went from 5 girls to 23 people in a cave. It's like I said to Kenny, it's like we
Yeah.
gotta wait. Now we gotta wait for 15 people to die for the movie. Like, am I lying? Like, can we slim the cast to like I can pay attention to who do I need to root for?
Focus on where can I
Who do
focus?
I need to
That's what
focus
Nun II. I didn't know who to focus on. I was all over the place.
I mean,
I,
I mean,
I guess if
you're bringing up good points. I can't even
you
deny
you
it.
are bringing up good
But
point. I mean, if I have to say something critical, I guess I would say, like, if those eyes were buried, they were there for that long. Like, why they just now suddenly need these eyes that that they were digging for, and I just don't think they would have been there all that time. Or if this is a demon, why didn't he just go get the eyes? But I was trying to
and the
be afraid. I was just
and
trying to be
why
afraid. Trying to be afraid.
I was trying to also, because the first one was in Romania, right? We know the spirit was trying to get back to Romania, yet the eyes were in France. Is it the same person?
is it the same
Is it the
demon?
same? Yeah, was it the same
What
demon
was
or
it
was it
about
not?
I
okay. Is there only one demon that can attach to a relic?
Yes, that's the impression that
Okay,
I
then it
got
is
from
the
the
only
movie.
then it's only one demon then, because it was only
So
one
then,
relic.
okay, so then why were the eyes in France,
I
but
don't
they were
know.
going back to Romania? Okay.
Yeah.
See, this is why.
Yeah, see, yeah, I wasn't like, I was just trying to be afraid. I wasn't trying to like break.
I was just trying to
Yeah.
watch the movie.
But yeah, when you break down like majority of horror movies, I think there's a lot of things that like,
I
yeah,
mean, they're fantasy, right? At the
They
end
are
of the day,
any
they're
movie.
trying to make a movie out of something that none of us have ever seen or believe,
Right,
or most of
right.
us don't
So
even
I guess
necessarily
they
believe
can say
exists.
anything, and how would we know? What do we have to compare it to? We don't know. But they do make so many like segments or the series that you're like, in the last one they said, so I guess you
Right.
have to,
I mean, I think if they kept it
Well, but it's
simpler, it would have been easier to, for me to say, okay, yeah, I get it. It's a lot simpler. I don't have to think about all these things. But once you start throwing all those things in there, all I
yeah,
can do is think about it and try to tie it together.
That's a really
That's
good
just me
point.
though.
And I do think that the best horror movies are, and I've mentioned this before, and maybe it's not the right term to use, but I use the term quiet, meaning that you don't need a lot going on if it's a
Right.
really good plot and
Right.
it's scary. And a few characters are better than a cast of 100. I agree with you on that.
yeah.
Right.
So I agree with you, but in terms of, I mean, I haven't seen a really good horror movie in a while, and that did keep me, like you said, it kept me looking behind my shoulder every few minutes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They
It
had a
had some
lot of
jump
good
scares
scare.
that
Oh
had,
heck yeah.
yeah, and I was like, ooh,
Yep.
is
Yep.
this? Oh, let me turn
Yeah,
back on.
so I guess that's basically what I was rating it on, was the jump scares. There was a lot of jump scares. Like, she follows what she thinks her mother's going up the stairs, and she follows her up there. Like the
Does that?
impression of the numb on the wall, huh?
Yep. I said, who does that though?
Yeah, who does that? Yeah, I wouldn't have been up there, but I was terrified.
No.
I was
Like,
terrified. I was like just the shadows, the whole thing. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't do
Yeah.
half the stuff those people were doing in there.
No. No.
No,
Because when she
no.
was calling Maurice and he didn't move, I think Baldy, I call you once. If you don't turn around, I'm calling you at the door. If you don't turn around, it's a wrap. It was nice knowing you. It was
And
nice
Yeah.
that's what
knowing
you're
you.
supposed to do. Because if I don't turn around, that means something bad is happening. You know
That's
me.
it.
I'll turn around. So if I don't turn around, that's your key.
Right,
That's
yeah,
it.
because
Something's
yeah,
wrong with Baldy,
right.
and I need
I'm
to
not going to
bounce.
come closer with a
Nope.
flashlight. I
You
don't
have
need
my
all that.
permission to book it. In fact,
Yeah.
run fast and call for help. Have them come back
Yeah.
and get me.
Quickly, yeah, quickly.
If a
Yeah,
door is opening on the, far off in the distance in the dark and the door is opening, it does not say come this way. There's no welcome sign. There's no I'm open.
oh, but
It's
they
just
all
please
seem to see,
go, turn and run.
yeah, they all seem to see that and they go there and I'm like, no. But the CGI just had me like terrified. I was shaking in my boot. Like I was literally like a handful of food that I didn't eat for like 5 minutes. I was like, I love the darkness. I love the light
Yes.
to see what was
The
happening. Like,
atmosphere, the
the atmosphere
creepiness,
was everything, the creepiness. Yeah.
yes.
And you
That's
can
what I love
totally see
about
that.
most of
Like
his films. Yeah.
the building being so old and just you could totally see that, like it fit France to me, or my vision of France. I've not been, but it fit my vision. It fit like where that would all be taking place, and I just loved it. But yeah, those locked doors, people always want to go in them locked rooms, and I'm
And
In the
all of
dark with
those
no
old
flashlight when there is
cathedrals.
electricity. That's the part I don't get. Like, turn the light. That shit would look like a
yeah,
Christmas tree. It'd be so lit up
But
before I go
that's
in
why I
there.
would never be in a convent anywhere, because it's like, wait a minute, if there's
I
not
think,
overhead lighting, I don't want to be there.
yeah,
Like I gotta have some ceiling lighting.
I think that's how
LED everywhere. Everything I pass,
everywhere,
the lights just
everywhere.
flash, start
I
coming
have
up.
like reflective gear on.
An auto sensor. So when I'm walking
That's
down the
right.
hall, I want
That's
all the
right.
lights to come
all
on.
the lights come on
That's
as I'm
right.
walking.
And they
Yeah,
stay on.
yeah,
And
I'd be
stay on
glowing.
right. Don't shut them off behind me.
Yeah. I'd be glowing in there, but I think that's how they because I'm like, of all places, like this old dark,
Yeah.
electricity working, not working kind of building with all this like I always feel like where there's churches and there's biblical stuff, there's evil stuff. I just
Yes,
always feel like
yeah,
that's where the demons are going.
yeah, yeah,
That's where
yeah,
they're going.
Yes, because that's the only place that anybody believes in them.
Right.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
not showing up at Walmart because
Yeah.
nobody's looking
I
for
mean, I
them
think
there.
I might
Ain't
have
nobody
seen
gonna
some in
believe
Walmart.
it. But you're right. You put it in a castle with some crosses
Yeah.
and stained glass windows,
Yep,
and everybody's
yep.
terrified. It's just
Terrified. That's how you
Or
get
in
them. You're right.
London, some dark London street where it's rainy and
Rainy. Yeah, they don't usually come out
happen.
sunshiny,
throw some
beautiful day.
accents in there.
Ooh, Lord.
Whether they
It's
fit the
never- it's
country or
never-
not, just throw them
He's
in there.
never the guy from Brooklyn, who finds out that there's a demon. It's always gonna be some British person who's like, well, I don't know about this and I don't know about that. But that's like, it all adds to the fear.
Of course.
Yeah,
Of course it does.
seriously, it does add to it. I was definitely terrified. Yeah, it helps to, yeah, you're right. I mean, if they were like street people, they would be fist fighting them. Like, who's good? They're not gonna come from Brooklyn. Definitely not coming from Brooklyn. Like, what? What's up? He got jewels, he got eyes, he got
Alec would have been like, oh no, what?
yeah, no,
That demon would have
I
been
think
like,
I got
I'm
the
out
wrong
of here.
address.
I'm out. Yeah, that demon would have had seen this better
I'm
days
out.
before. Out.
Exactly. The demon would have left in a heartbeat and told everybody in hell, don't even go in that neighborhood.
Everybody.
Don't want to be up in that hood.
That's
Yeah.
worse than here. That's worse than we are. You get
Honestly, wouldn't that be great if they did a movie, a scary movie in the
Yep.
hood?
I've been saying this every week.
I mean, I
when we
think
talk.
they kind of tried that with Vampire in Brooklyn.
But
Yeah.
that would really, I'm talking about
It
like
was
a
so
TV.
comedy.
But yeah, they should do one.
That would
Sure,
be
yeah.
so funny. Oh my
Right.
God, I'd be in tears.
We
I would
should
be.
write, yeah.
It would be good. And that was when we were talking about Attack of the Block. That was kind of
Oh
a
gosh,
horror
yeah.
movie in the
Yep.
hood. And that's what made
Yep.
it so great, is that it was
Yep.
actually kind of scary, but
Yep.
it was actual reactions to what was happening versus these,
Right.
It's that.
Right.
Oh. But overall, given that usually sometimes these movies start to get horrible, like Insidious started to drop off to me after the first two.
Right.
Yeah.
I personally didn't like The Conjuring 3, although a lot of people did. I did like it. Let me not say I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I liked it because it's hard not to like, the movies are good, but it didn't rise to the level of Conjuring 1 or 2.
Hmm.
I will say I felt like, at least with this one, I didn't walk away disappointed, like, oh, they ruined the whole franchise. And, I felt like, I can see, there's gonna be a Nun 3. They kept it
Mhm.
alive for another
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, they definitely did. They definitely did. And hopefully they don't, ruin it or, make it too, maybe they'll go back to like the simpler, the great CGI and the great storyline and just keep it a little more
Yeah.
simpler.
Get rid of some of the extra characters, just focus on
lot of stuff
three
happening
people
at the-
stuck in a convent. And that alone is scary.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, you really don't need all that other stuff. I mean, I don't know why they put it in
No.
there. You don't need it, but yeah, it was good.
I did like the little
I-
boy for some reason. I thought for some reason he added a little bit of terror for me. Just a little kid there. I'm glad they put him in there.
Well, remember there was the little boy in the first Nun.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, and he was the scary one.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
You could throw a kid in a scary movie, and because
Yeah. Because kids
you
are
don't
creepy.
know what's going to happen with children, and you're like, yeah,
Yeah, you never
keep an
know.
eye on that child right there.
That's-
Don't let that child go to bed. Nothing. Keep that child
What number
handcuffed
would
to
you
a
give
bed
it?
until this is all over.
What number would you give it, Whaley?
I'd give it a 3 for
Three.
sure. 3.5 maybe, but definitely a 3.
Okay.
Not bad. It's not
Well,
terrible.
what would you have given the Nun 1? Like a
A
3.5?
3.5, 4. I
Okay,
liked
so
it
not-
better than
Yeah.
the second one, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
See, this makes me want to go back and watch the Nun 1 again.
I know, right? She's making me want to go back and watch it too, because now I want.
I-
Yeah, but
literally
thinking
had to
about
go
it does
back
remind
because
me of how, like,
I
she said,
didn't
like,
remember Nun 1. So I had just like, because when I first saw the Nun 2, I was like, it didn't make sense to me. I said, let me go back and watch
oh
1
yeah, there
and
wasn't
watch the
no
connection.
continuity. Yeah.
So I had to go back, and then I realized all the connections going in Nun 2. I was like, oh, that's why they're saying that. Oh, that's where that comes. Oh, because in the beginning, remember when the nuns were in the circle and she was telling the story of what happened to the how they buried the original demon, and the nun was in the corner. I didn't realize she was the one. So I had to go back to the first movie and say, oh, that's Irene. She was the one in the first one.
Oh,
Because
you didn't
remember in the
recognize her.
no, I didn't recognize her. I didn't remember the Nun 1 at all.
Oh, okay, okay.
Right. So when I went back to see it and I saw, oh, when they were telling the story, all the nuns were telling the story, and Irene was in the corner not paying attention to them with her back to them. I was like, why are they focusing on her? And then I realized, oh, it's her story because they said, whatever happened to the nun? Oh, they don't know. They thought she went crazy and they put him in her in an asylum, and she
I
didn't
didn't
say
know
anything because I didn't realize it was her.
that. Got
And
it.
she didn't tell her friend, which I thought was odd, but whatever.
Um,
So what are we doing next? I'm sorry. Somehow this fly got in here and it's just working my nerves.
um,
I'm definitely gonna go and see the Nun one today. It seems like it was.
I think you should watch them both. I mean,
Oh,
watch them
I
back to
am
back.
for
You'll see the
sure.
continuity. Yeah.
I'm gonna watch them both, but since
Yeah, I think
the
one is on something, right? Isn't
yeah,
that
it is. I
or-
saw it. I looked.
oh yeah, nuns everywhere right now, I think.
Yeah,
Um,
because this movie came out in September.
I
I googled
Two,
it
yeah.
really?
in
the
September.
Nun 2 did, but it didn't start, it wasn't available for rental until this past weekend.
Yeah, but why did it stay on? Is it still at the movie theater?
Yeah,
It might be,
Oh,
yeah.
it is.
still there. Yeah.
Okay, because it has to be for September.
Mhm.
Is it too quick to add The Exorcist Believer to the list?
The Exorcist Believer. Is that a movie? Or is it on TV? Exorcist.
It's in
It's at the
theaters.
movie theater and
It probably won't be, I don't know when we're doing another one. It's probably not gonna be online for at least another 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, I don't know how much money did it gross? Did it gross a lot of money? I think that's a
I
deterrent.
feel like they have advertised quite a bit on that one, but let me look.
Well, maybe we pick something else, and then pick that one for the next one. That way it'll give people the
Yeah.
opportunity to go
Oh,
see it or
yes,
whatever.
exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. Throw out two options.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, right.
Um, oh, I guess it didn't do too well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, 30 to
What else
36
are they
million.
believing? I mean, it had $28 million. It was the top of the charts, but I guess they were expecting maybe more. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll take
Um,
20. Yeah.
Yeah, we both. Yeah, 30 to
I'll be
30
doing well, trust me.
the first
oh, because
weekend.
the Nun 2
11,
did 32, so I guess they're comparing it to the Nun 2.
wow, 27.5.
Yeah,
And
but Nun 2 is like, well, you said it just came out in September, but it's been out longer, so it's had the ability to gross more, right?
I think we're comparing the opening weekends.
Oh,
opening,
the
Just the
opening.
opening
Ooh,
weekends.
they
But
made
I would
that.
say that the Nun is more current in people's minds. There's a whole generation that's never seen The Exorcist.
right, yeah.
And most people have never seen The Exorcist. So that
Yeah,
name
because
doesn't mean what it means, to
I
us.
just, yeah, most people have not seen it, but
Yeah.
Linda Blair, I'm not gonna tell you.
I know she's in the movie though. I was looking at
She's
and I saw her in the cast.
And her mother's in the movie. I was like,
Her mother?
Her
yeah,
life mother? Wow.
Her
yeah.
real mother?
Or it was
Or the
like
mother in the
no,
movie?
mother in the movie. I was
Oh,
like, her, not
100.
her. Yeah, huh?
Be 100? No?
She's up there. She's definitely up there. What's her name? I don't know what her name is. It's sad that I don't know her name, because she's famous, right?
So I started to watch the other day. It was called, did you guys ever see Host? I think it's called The Host. It's the movie about a Zoom call. No, I'm not. This is not what it's called then. Calling it the right thing.
Oh, Chris McNeil, is that her real name? Why did I think she was someone more famous? I don't know that name, but yeah, her mother's in the movie. And I was blown away to see, what's her name? Uh, it's not Tatum. What do I want to call it? Tatum. What's her name? Reagan. What's her name? What's the Exorcist girl? The one that got possessed. What's her
Linda
name?
Blair. Linda Blair.
Linda Blair. I just said it and I forgot that fast. I was blown away to see her, and I was like, wow, the movie is that old. I'm like, oh my God, I'm old. I am old. I'm like, wow. I mean, I know when we saw it, How old was she possessed? Like
She's
10,
supposed to
13,
be,
12? I forget what
yeah,
how
somewhere
old she's
around
supposed
there.
to be.
Yeah.
And that was 70,
Early
70.
70s, right?
Yeah, I think so. So, I mean, I didn't probably see it till I was like 10 or something. So, I mean, I don't know. I was blown away. I like that aspect. They had some good aspects. I'm not going to give it away. It's worth seeing.
Um,
All right,
I
so what
had
do we think
started
we're
to
gonna?
watch. Oh, I was gonna
Oh, the
mention.
host. What about the host? What is that?
I think probably. I wonder if everybody saw it. It's about folks who are on a Zoom call. It's a horror movie about folks on a Zoom call.
Okay,
I don't want to say too much.
okay.
Let's see. Let me see.
Is it good?
Because I feel like there's something very similar, and it might, but maybe it's not called the host, but I just want
So
to make
you may,
sure.
I'm saying you may have seen it already. That's why I'm thinking if everybody's seen it, we can pick something
I'm not
else. But I had
sure
started to. Mhm.
if it's good. Let's do it. I mean, I don't.
Yeah. Is it the host or
Do you want
host?
to?
On Shutter? Is it on?
No, I think is it on Shutter? Oh, I hope not. It might be though. If it is, then we won't even go there.
I mean, if you have the
Oh, wait a
preview.
minute. Oh, host says 99% on Rotten Tomatoes, 71%
Oh wow.
audience score. But you may have seen it. It came out 2020. It's about all
No,
these people on a Zoom call and crazy stuff starts happening.
I never saw it, but
Okay. Then I'd say that might be a fun
oh,
one
but
just
it's
because
on.
we're on a Zoom call. So
Yeah, definitely.
Do it.
It's on Prime and
is it? Oh,
Oh,
perfect. Oh, perfect.
Prime,
Everybody
Shutter,
has Prime.
AMC. Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot of options. Okay, we can do that. I think that'll be pretty cool to watch. And
do
then
I do
maybe
the preview, or we just know it's the host?
No, do the preview.
do the preview.
I don't want to, because I keep getting kicked out when I do it. For some reason, because you're the host, it doesn't kick you
You
out.
you guys keep talking. Let me find it first, and then
Yeah, 'cause there's a
Called
couple that
host,
come up.
not the, just because
Yeah,
there's
not,
two. Yeah,
but
it's just host.
yeah.
I'll just
There's
host.
a
Yeah.
couple that come up when you look.
The name of the series I was talking about earlier is called The Wheel of Time.
Oh, I haven't heard of that.
It's really
What's
good,
that?
like those mystical, magical,
Sci-fi.
yeah, kind of series. I think it's on season 2.
Wheel of Time?
Yeah, WHEE.
Oh, Wheel of
Yeah,
Time.
there's a Wheel at first, but Wheel of Time. Interesting.
You said it country style. The wheel.
Wheel, a
Wheel
wheel
of
of
Time. The Wheel of Time.
Wheel of Time. The Southern Belle.
Oh, my screen froze.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, you guys are gonna love this movie. The runtime is 56 minutes.
You have it.
So,
She's so
oh girl, because
a really good series. It's a
somebody,
really,
if a horror movie's over, like my max is like an hour and 40, but I like it to be like an hour and 25. Yeah, that's my max.
Specific.
Like,
Hour and 40 is it.
that's it for me. Like anything after that, I can't do. I prefer like 125 to 130. Like that's what I prefer. To me, you got to get it. Like I want it to happen relatively quickly. Give me a little story, 15, 20 minutes, then boom. I want to be scared to death and then
that's
I want
funny.
to resolve and then done. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't want to have time to start thinking about what you're gonna do after the movie's over.
Yeah, right. And I don't want to be like, if that really happened, was that really scary? Does he really look like that? Yeah, I don't want all that. Did I see?
It depends on if anybody's home. Like the Exorcist, that was the scariest movie I've ever seen, and The Nun seems like it was super scary too, because those type of movies really like demonic.
Right. Yes.
Right. Those type of movies scare me because it takes me to my childhood. Because I don't know if you guys even know this about me, but my mom, I've seen those type of things, and I've seen people possessed in real life. Like my mother and my relatives, they were in that type of church where they would pray and that type of stuff. So I've seen it. So when I see these movies, it scares me more because I've seen people like that in real life.
Like Pentecostal? Pentecostal?
Yeah, I'm Pentecostal. Yeah.
believe in all
Oh, so you saw people like getting the spirit and all that stuff?
I've seen people demonically
Yeah.
possessed, and
But how do you
yeah.
know they were demonically possessed? Like, what does that mean? What
Because
did they see?
it happens just like the people. Well, I'll just give you an incident of a girl who I still know, and I don't even really talk to her because I'm scared. I'm scared of her from that one episode of when they were in the church praying for her, and my mother and my cousins were older. They were saying like, you guys just go to the pew and you guys just keep praying because they say a spirit can jump off on you, but she just started speaking in a different voice and all this other type of stuff. And to this day, I've never been able to look at her or talk to her because that just picture never just left my mind. I mean, she's fine now,
How
but
old were you?
I saw her turn into I don't know, maybe like 9 or 10 or something like that. So when I look at these movies, I just think, okay, this stuff is real, and it just makes me scared even more.
Mm. Can you guys see my screen? Because I can't see you anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
see
see.
it.
I had to get that fly. He was getting on my nerves. I don't know who let him in here, but
Try to play this.
If you can change, if you can go into your the settings on the video and change the resolution, can you do that?
All right, it's blurry
How to
right
do it?
now because it's in the middle of
Oh, okay. Okay.
yeah, I think if once I can find the play, I don't know, something really weird is happening because I can no longer see you guys. Here we go.
It's the same when I do it. You can't see it. All you see is what you're showing.
On.
Can't hear it though.
I have to move this maybe.
I can't hear it. Hello?
Can you see the movie?
We can
Yeah, I
see
can't
it, but we
hear
can't
it.
Wait, you
There we
can't hear it?
No, we can't
No.
hear it.
Oh, that's weird. Okay, I can hear it loud and clear.
hear you.
Um,
Oh, she can hear. That's weird.
yeah, but you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Can you
Well, you
see
did
me?
turn it up, so maybe try it now that you've turned it up.
Oh, no, I didn't do anything.
Oh, oh, I thought I saw you touch the volume.
Probably, yeah.
Huh.
No, I was trying to see if
What if you mute you? Like
mute
Oh,
Your
me.
mic
mute the Zoom. I mean, I don't know.
or
yeah.
mute your mic, and so that it's picking up. Oh, that doesn't make sense. Her mic should be picking this up too.
Yeah, I get it. Something.
We just watch it and pretend like that's what they're saying.
It won't be the first time, right?
I mean, for
Can you hear it now?
no.
No, but you can keep playing it.
Yeah, we
This
just.
looks like a really short preview though.
I'm trying to. Don't look like it would be scary. Not. It's not dark yet.
Oh, they are all like
Are they trying to do some type of seance?
oof, yeah. Mm.
Um. I mean, you would never see black people doing that. Hey, y'all, let's do a seance.
At all. At all. Eesh.
Ew. Okay, that's fine. You
Evil will find you.
find
Mhm.
it.
Holy moly. Oh, I can hear something now.
I do too. Kinda.
I heard somebody screaming. Oof.
Interesting.
It looks interesting. Oh, wow.
Now that looks dumb.
Well, the good news is that I had started to watch it, so I haven't seen it either. So I'm excited to watch it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
One thing that I think I mentioned this before, but I don't know if anybody would be interested in doing this. Definitely not on a Sunday morning, but you know how on Amazon Prime you can do watch parties?
I didn't know that.
Oh, I think I saw that recently.
Yeah, so on Amazon Prime, you can do watch parties where you can watch movies with other people.
That's so cool. I like it.
Yeah, and if
Oh.
there's a good scary movie that, or even if somebody wants to, I mean, I know Tony's not gonna watch a movie without Lover Man, but
Not
sometimes you
true.
actually are capable of not being around Corey. So if you ever want to
You
watch
know
a
how
movie,
much stuff I do without my husband.
then
Definitely
I
do
would
that.
love to, because sometimes I'm not gonna watch
Yes.
some movies by myself.
Yes, I'll do it with you.
That would be fun. I like that.
Yeah, same here.
I think it's
Okay.
a great idea. We should do that.
Yeah.
So is
the
that what we
watch
want to do with the
parties-
host?
We can definitely do that.
Fine.
Oh, we could do the host as a watch party. The only thing, and tell me, Whaley, if I'm wrong, with the hosts, I mean with the watch parties, because I think remember we had talked about this before long years ago. I think the only way you can communicate is either we'd have to be on an open line or you communicate through chat, right?
Oh, we could always just.
Yeah, we can have the Zoom going and we can I don't know. We'll have to test it out, but I think it would be fun.
Okay, then let's do a watch party. That would be a blast.
All right. So the next movie is the host via a watch party.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun.
What time?
I'll be up. I'll be up. This is
Okay, so we'll do 11.
When are we doing it?
I mean, I
11
don't
in
know. I'm
2
not
weeks.
watching the host at 11 o'clock on a Sunday.
Oh, you want to do it at night?
I gotta
You
watch
do it
my
on a Friday
movies at
night.
night when it's
You
dark.
want to do it on
I'm
a
not
Sunday
staying in the
night?
day. Huh?
You want to do it on the Sunday night then? You want to do it at the night as opposed to 11, like about 8 or wait a minute, because
Well, I know that. Does that get into
what
part
time?
of it? Saturday gets into people's social life, but Sunday
I
gets
said
into people's
Sunday.
mental
I
space
said
because I know, but they're mentally preparing for work the next day. Am I wrong about that?
I mean, I don't care.
everybody works from home. We're prepared.
No, just you and I. Kathy doesn't work from home, obviously.
Are you back to
Stop
work?
recording.
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna
Um,
You're gonna edit it out.
yeah.